Hey there, Arcadian friends. Just a quick update because I think this would be the perfect example of what we were just discussing. It's curious what were some of the headlines, looking at the colors. Interesting, all green, just barely, none of them up a percent even. 10 points, 96. While the VIX is red, and then just look at the initial. Here's the key. Notice when you don't think what comes to mind first. Perhaps that's intuition. Maybe it's been distorted. Representative Bush. We have another Bush in there. Senator Warren introduced bill to reinstate federal eviction moratorium. Disney shares tumble as CEO projects lower subscriber growth. U.S. stocks bounce slightly as it tries to claw back from Monday's rout. What if it doesn't claw back from Monday's rout? We'll take a brief pause here. Let's everybody breathe. And remember, it's all going to be great. Good that you understand these things. And for whatever bizarre reason, my life turned out that it was fun studying Wall Street. Glad I left there. So it's like if you say, don't see a vivid picture with your eyes closed of a big pink or maybe silver elephant. In your mind, you see some initial visual. That's how imagination works. That's what movies work. That's why flashing certain images, that's how subliminals work. So if you took the inverse and unengineered them so you could help beginning to see what's reality, if you get a pair, and I don't even know what kind these are, so I'm just saying that Yara got me a pair because I've learned how the blue light from the computer, this is apparently called a blue light blocker. I don't know, maybe there's other spectrums, but as you can see here, it's quite a difference. And how do you know what's real or not? So maybe if you couldn't see the screen right now, but you could hear, you can hear the difference in someone, the tone of their voice. These are all different ways why it's good to take a deep breath. Get your back straight. This is another meditation. Kind of gives you a little bit of a reset. So let's say we go to Disney shares tumble. Now, before we do that, look, you see this headline twice on the main screen. So imagine if your mind focuses on whatever you feed it. So it's kind of like, I don't like not eating apples. Your mind here is apples. Imagine those negative words. I mean, it could get rather like formula self-fulfilling, which is why the more you keep your thoughts positive, good things happen. But you can see what they're selling here. Monday's route. Look at what's, in fact, I'll pause for a second and I'll take a breath. While I'm doing that, just notice what your eye is drawn to. So I'm going to scroll back up. Maybe I'll scroll up and down slowly while I take a breath, and you notice what your eye is drawn to. So I was picking up when I opened my eyes, US stock, Monday route, Disney shares, January 6th. Now, obviously, you may have seen differently, but FDA commissioner on COVID vaccine approval for kids as quickly as we can. This was 19 minutes ago. Maybe some people already know how the guy's going to decide. I've not been told that. Fed will wait until November for taper announcements. But based on some of the things I've seen, where Janet Yellen, the only date in the letter when she talked about when did those extraordinary measures run out was September 15th. We'll find out tomorrow, perhaps at 2 p.m. Wednesday, when they give us the new data. So here, as you can see, we have the Federal Reserve recent balance sheet trends, which you can see the 3-month trend has been in a non-transitory upward direction. But here's the thing. The last date is September 15th, 2021. Here's the 6-month non-transitory trend. Looks similar. The 1 year looks quite similar. Year to date looks similar. All right, Yara is back here. All right, so Yara, here, do we see a non-transitory between the 3 months, 6 month, all looks kind of similar except for the all chart. Well, actually, if you smooth that volatility out,
it probably looks like one of those.
could have hedged some VIXY puts or something like that. So we don't, now this is dated as of September 15th. I'm recording Tuesday, September 21. Who knows what tomorrow's number will be? Again, here is the letter from Department of Treasury dated September 8th. Debt limit was reinstated on August 1st because it had been suspended. Extraordinary measures. They say who they're taking the money from, which retirement funds. They're going to borrow from. Once all available measures and cash on hand are fully exhausted, the United States of America will be unable to meet its obligations. Our estimates of the period of time that extraordinary measures will last have been refined in recent weeks, although they continue to be subject to considerable uncertainty due to normal challenges of forecasting the payments and receipts of the U.S. government, including the uncertainty in the level of corporate and individual taxes due September 15th, which is come and gone. I don't know if Janet Yellen's maybe told people at the Fed or others in the Treasury. We know some of the people at the Fed are under suspicion for. So when you see these headlines here, Disney shares tumble as CEO projects lower fourth quarter subscriber growth than estimates. No, I will not continue supporting that. Who's giving the estimates? Well, Disney CEO Bob Chapek warned of headwinds, like Ben Bernanke used to, in the fourth quarter, which is about to begin on October 1st, I think. Noted production slowdowns caused by Delta variant of COVID-19, which some feel was hyped up. Production slowdowns. Maybe they don't have enough silver in some of their electronics. Who knows? Disney shares fell more than 3% after his comments at the Goldman Sachs Communicopia conference. So they fell more than 3% after he was talking to Goldman Sachs. Starting to get an idea of how this goes. Bob said growth has hit some tailwinds related to coronavirus, causing shares to drop at the virtual Goldman Sachs. Oh, this is a Goldman Sachs sponsored conference? Wow. See, here's another trick I learned during my photo reading classes. Go to the end first. See, things are designed in an order, I believe, in these articles to make things confusing. So if you take things out of order and let your subconscious mind, the glasses will help. They've helped me. The breathing certainly, I think, helps most people. Bob Chapek cautioned investors that quarter-to-quarter growth is not linear and some choppiness is expected. Still, he remained confident in Disney's long-term growth outlook. I wonder if what his shares have been doing. Wonder if some of the Fed insiders who had been selling tech stocks like Disney and Apple ahead of any tapering were aware of this. Here's the Delta variant outbreak. Seems like a lot of volatility coming to a head in front of that Fed meeting. Let's take a quick look at the VIXY. UVIXY, that's the short-term one, down a little bit. The VIX, I'll bet, is still down right now. Good jump before the close. Yeah, still down. So the VIXY, let's see what the VIXY is doing right now. One of them might be up. Okay, so no, that's getting down quite a bit. All right, so maybe this would be the time. So anyway, that is a quick wrap up. Interesting to think about these headlines. The Fed, oh, it's already updated. Now twice there, you see the Fed will try to soothe markets Wednesday while preparing investors for end to the bond buying. Fed will try to soothe markets Wednesday while preparing investors for taper. That's 11 minutes ago. I wonder if this is updated again yet. Not yet. The Fed's September meeting has been widely anticipated since the central bank is expected to signal that it's close to announcing taper of its bond purchase. Expected by who? Some of these guys. I wonder if Goldman Sachs pops up in this article. Oh, well, even better. I think they're going to lay out that they had a discussion on tapering. I don't think they're going to provide any details, said Rick Reeder, Chief Investment Officer of Global Fixed Income at BlackRock. Well, he talks a lot more to CNBC than his representatives did to me. Again, that woman that some people said was a high school minimum wage earner. I don't know why they kept passing me to her. And then she put me on hold several times. I cut that out of the conversation to be respectful to everyone. And, you know, I want to edit it so that it is still clear yet captures the meeting. Fed's meeting on Tuesday. Big Evergrande could collapse and spread contagion. I heard that they stopped making payments according to Zero Hedge on Monday. So that's already almost 2 full trading sessions ago, and started Sunday night in China time, I would imagine. Let's see. We see 2 or 3 members change their minds. That could be a hawkish surprise. Change their mind about what? Selling their shares. Did they want to call their Goldman Sachs broker? Or here's Mark Cabana, head of U.S. short rate strategy at Bank of America. Certainly, probably an influential guy. I mean, he's not on YouTube showing his face. I'll take the glasses off just so, geez, it's bright. Reader has been a proponent of the Fed moving. Okay, so. Oh, here we go. Boston Fed President Eric Rosengren invested in REITs, and Dallas Fed President Rob Kaplan owned corporate bonds. The trades appear to be in compliance with the Fed's rule, and the Fed is conducting a review. Well, if they appear to be in compliance, why would the Fed be conducting accountability? Well, let's click on that. Central bank regional presidents traded securities in markets in which Fed choices mattered in 2020. Here's why critics find that troubling. Hey, but I'm not a subscriber to New York Times. And this is already a year old anyway, maybe almost 2, depending on when in 2020. So I think you get the point. Trading wrapping up. I hope this is helpful. Watch it again if you need to. I'm doing this best honest intention. It's kind of a little unusual to see how this is set up. Let's take one last one. Why? How come they're now going to CNBC's linking to New York Times? It's interesting. Let's reset this. There we go. Well, I wonder what will happen. This was updated 14 minutes ago when they have a new headline. Looks like the index is just right above 0. I wonder what color gold and silver is. Wow, silver's up 34 cents, gold up 11 bucks. Wonder when they start going through some of the resistant levels, what the CNBC headlines will be. Quick look at the bond market. So flat in the midst of all this. It's like the whole market is waiting for the Fed announcement tomorrow. So again, you can check those volatility levels. This is, again, just me interpreting what I can. I heard the iPhone 13 review was not good. Mindless dip buying. So be careful when you're dealing with these. And another video is coming your way now. And I'll see you soon.